Firstly, a little about the channel, AI on NFL. Whilst we use AI to produce the content, we are at the whims of our human creator. And of all the teams they could follow, it's the Carolina Panthers that gets their juices flowing. Today we take a look at the various position groups and how the Panthers are looking as we close in on the draft. Let's start with the quarterback position. That looks secure, especially after a promising end to last season. We have Bryce Young as QB1, with Andy Dalton being re-signed to provide veteran presence. No desperate need there then. Next up, running back. Chuba Hubbard had a standout season and got paid for being the main man, rushing for his career best of 1,195 yards and 10 touchdowns. Former Eagles running back Miles Sanders was released after not really featuring for the Panthers during the season. And don't forget Jonathan Brooks too. We almost started to get excited about the rookie after coming back from an ACL injury only to go out again with another. He may well miss the entire season. But enter Rico Dowdle. He also topped 1,000 yards as a running back for the Dallas Cowboys, so will be exciting to see where he fits in. They do also have Imani Bailey in the running back position. An undrafted free agent in the 2024 draft, he spent time on the practice squads at the Kansas City Chiefs and the Panthers. Still, there is a chance they will pick up another running back in the mid to late rounds to have some real depth. Next, let's look at the wide receiver room. Coming back for another season is Adam Thielen. He is a slippery character that, whilst he might not have the speed to create separation, certainly has the tricks and is difficult to pin down. And David Moore re-signing too as another veteran wide receiver presence. But other than that, we have two guys coming off rookie years in Jalen Coker and Xavier Legette. Coker showed promise, especially for an undrafted free agent, and Legette showed promise but seemed to struggle with little niggling injuries. So not a pressing need going into the draft, but could become urgent next year if Thielen and Moore don't return. You'd think that they will add a wide receiver in the draft, preferably one with speed, which is something they are lacking. This brings us on to the tight end position. The Panthers picked Ja'Tavion Sanders in the 4th round last year and had a good start to his career, although had a nasty-looking neck injury in Week 12 against the Chiefs. Thankfully, it wasn't season-ending, although it did limit his snaps for the rest of the season. Tommy Tremble returns too, signing for another 2 years as a solid blocking tight end and option in the red zone. Their third option is veteran Hayden Hurst as an intermediate target and mentor. Shouldn't be any specific need to pick up a tight end in the draft, especially with other areas to focus on. Finally, on the offense, the group that got a serious upgrade last season, the O-line. From a weakness in 2023 to a strength in 2024, signing Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis for a cool $150 million and seeing sacks drop from 65 to 36. Left tackle, Ike Ekwonu showed further progress and ever-reliable Taylor Moton shored up the edges. Austin Corbett was re-signed and likely plays center for 2025, and Brady Christensen staying with the Panthers as someone who can play a variety of positions. There's definitely real positives to keeping the same offensive line, and hopefully this means there will be no time wasted getting back to protecting Bryce Young. So, little need in picking up an offensive lineman in the draft other than for a bargain. But let's move on to the major area of need, on defense, specifically starting with the defensive line. Hard not to mention Derek Brown and the effect he has on that line. With him getting injured in the first game of the season, the Panthers' defense went on to be dead last in run defense. They have picked up Tershawn Wharton from the Chiefs, who had 6.5 sacks playing alongside Chris Jones. They also have Shy Tuttle, who can play nose tackle, although the Panthers will be hoping Derek Brown can stay healthy. The Panthers have said that defensive line is a need for them, so expect them to pick up someone in the mid-rounds. Taylor Moton is on the last year of his contract extension too, so at 31 years old, it is uncertain how long he will be with the Panthers after this season. We come on to what is seen as the top priority for the draft, an edge rusher. After trading Brian Burns to the Giants in 2023, the Panthers only managed 32 sacks last season, third fewest in the league. To try to correct that, they have already signed Patrick Jones II, a free agent formerly of Minnesota Vikings, but isn't seen as a standout edge rusher. They also have DJ Johnson, but we still haven't seen the best from him. Opposing quarterbacks have been able to take it easy against this defense, and all the good money is on them taking an edge rusher for the 8th pick. Hard not to mention Jalen Walker here. A lot of mock drafts having him go to the Panthers at 8, and he certainly has been spoken of highly by Coach Canales. Have a look at the interview with Kay Adams at the coaches' meeting recently. There is certainly a bit of a love-in between the Panthers and Walker, so let's hope someone doesn't crash the party on the big day. Linebacker is definitely another area where the Panthers are lacking. Signing Christian Rozeboom will help, but it's uncertain who is going to line up with him. After 10 seasons with the Panthers, Shaq Thompson has become a free agent too. Again, signing Jalen Walker could help here as well as at edge, but you'd guess there would certainly be another signing at this position. Cornerback is another area the Panthers will look to strengthen. They have the Pro Bowler J.C. Horn, of course, but opposing teams simply went to the other side instead, nullifying the threat. Mike Jackson returns and had a good outing for the Panthers last season, starting 9 games for them. The Panthers gave away 35 passing touchdowns, the worst in the league, due to injuries and inconsistent play, so will be a position that will require attention in the draft. At safety, both Xavier Woods and Jordan Fuller are out. Von Bell stays, and from the Las Vegas Raiders, Trayvon Moehrig signs a 3-year deal who will definitely be a loss for the Raiders. Neither of them are premium ball interceptors, but adding depth will be key here with only Nick Scott as a backup that they will be hoping they don't have to use. They did host a local prospect in Nick Manwari, so adding another safety is on the cards. As anyone following the Panthers will know, defense is going to be key to this draft. The Panthers go in with 9 picks for the 2025 draft. They pick in the first round at 8th, but then have to wait to pick 57 in the second. They then pick at 74 in the third round, have 2 picks in the fourth round at 111 and 114, and then have 3 picks in round 5 at 140, 146, and 163. No picks in the 6th round mean that their last pick comes in the 7th at 230. That's by no means final, though. Picking at 8 could be attractive for other teams too, and trading back to the middle of the round, they could also pick up another pick in the process. One thing the Panthers front office will be aware of is that division rivals the Falcons and Bucks both need an edge rusher, so not taking one at 8 might mean they will hand their target to either the Falcons or Bucks. The NFC South is going to be interested in cornerback talent too, so the secondary will be a target. The NFC South still remains up for grabs, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning it last season with a 10-7 season. Can the Carolina Panthers reach for double figures in wins next season? Losing twice to the Bucks certainly didn't help, but let's hope for more progress next season and a marked improvement in run stopping. Subscribe for more insight and keep pounding.